Hey everyone, so I wanted to do this review with the bike out in the middle of nowhere, actually in its natural habitat. So you got the highway and then you got this dirt road that I just finished coming off of over there. I went to go look at that cell phone tower over there. But I didn't want to do this in the garage, you know. Nothing against the guys who sit in the garage and do the reviews. Great reviews, I love them. I actually learn a lot. I wanted to do it different. I wanted to do it out here in the middle of nowhere with cars passing by and storms moving in. And, you know, because I don't know. To me, I feel like this is a little bit better. But enough of that. Let's go over the bike. There it is. 2025 Pan America. I got 3,000 miles on this bike now. Here's the upgrades that I've done. And I've done very little upgrades to it. There's probably, I know I said maybe one more upgrade, but the more I thought about it as I was riding over here, I realized maybe I need 2 or 3 upgrades. But here's the first one that I actually did. So I installed this little bag. I bought this on Amazon. It's got 2 zippers. The front one right here, really nice line. It's actually made like for your glasses when you have to put them there. Over here, it's got a few pockets. I got my gum in there. I got my riding glasses over here. A few more items. I just bought these straps that actually latch on to the bars right there, as you can see, and then right here to my pannier on the back. Why did I want it there to versus like the tank? It's because I didn't like the way it looked right here. It was just too bulky and it would get in the way. One of the reasons why I put this is because all the panniers lock up. So when you put them on there, once you turn the key, it locks. I was putting everything in there, but then when I got to a store and I had to get off, had to open that up, and it just became a pain to me. So I decided, let me just find a little bag where I could put my stuff in there. When I get to a store, I'm able to open it up, grab my wallet, my keys, my phone if I want to throw it in there, and we're good. The other upgrade I've done is I put these panazzos, let me pronounce this right, Pajama, I think so. I believe this is a milled out piece, the clamp on the top. Here is the risers. The risers are almost a 6-inch riser with a pullback on it. The original ones were not that tall and they had no pullback on it. You can see right there. The moment I jumped on this bike, when I bought it in Florida, I didn't like the way the bars felt. I felt like I was too forward, leaning forward and down. I happen to be 6'1", and I didn't feel like it gave me what I needed as far as comfort. And I like to drive very far. I like to go off-road now that I have this bike, but I needed a little bit more comfort. By bringing them back to me and up, it's great now when I stand up on them. Where I ordered these parts, it did take a little bit to get. I'll put the link down below. But yeah, it really made it look nice. I like the way it sits. They're very sturdy. I've already gone off-road with them and they feel solid. I like that it also came with this orange accent around there. And other than the phone mount that it came from Harley Davidson, that's pretty much it. I mean, I haven't done any other upgrades. Now, here's one thing I have noticed after riding this bike 3,000 miles is this thing right here. Man, this thing gets hot. I don't know what's going on in there, but my leg on this side is burning up. That is my right side foot. It just starts to boil, man. It gets hot. Not like to the point where I can't take it, but it does get very hot. So I do want to change out the exhaust. I am thinking right now, I like the way the Vance and Hines sounds and the way it looks. I'm probably going to go to that. So that's one thing that we're going to actually do. Another thing that we're going to do is we got to put highway pegs on this thing. I like the way the bike sits. I like the way it looks with these pegs right here. But I've been putting my foot up here as I'm riding, I mean, it would probably be good to maybe put a peg that comes off of this bar or this bar. But definitely when I get home from this trip, I'm gonna look into that, because I really do think it does need that. And then the last thing would probably be the seat. This is a nice seat. It is a CVO seat. Everybody says this thing has way more cushion than your basic Pan America. You got the CVO stitching right there. But this part right here, you see this part? This sits on my tailbone and it is a pain. A pain. So I'm going to look into the seats. I'm not exactly sure what seat I'm going to get yet, but I am going to look into that. As far as the panniers, love them. This is my laptop bag that I have in here. Underneath that, I actually have my duffel bag. I found a duffel bag from Under Armour that fits perfect. And I mean perfect in this thing. You don't even have to struggle like to get it in or out. Let me pull this laptop bag out. And here it is right here. See, it's that brand Under Armour. And this thing, if you're looking for a bag, I was looking for them. And I like the fact that I could pull it right out. See, the whole thing's out. I just got a cleaning towel right there. I'm gonna drop it in. Just squeeze it on in there. And it drops right in there. I'll put the link on this. It's plain and simple. I don't want to get too complicated when I'm doing these things. This comes with a strap built into it, so when you get off of the bike, you could go ahead and just put that back on there. The cool thing about this, I got my laptop, my electronics, my clothes in there. Over here, I'm able to put my full face, I believe this is a Shoei Neotech 2 helmet in here, and it closes perfect. So when I get somewhere, if I don't want to leave it up on my mirror or somewhere, I put it in there, lock it up, I'm good. Over here, I happen to have first aid kit. I have my rain gear. I got my tools. I have my air compressor in there. I have my roll-up tool pouch, and I have my tire kit in there. And the bike also came with a tool kit, so you could adjust the back tire because it does have a chain. So let's talk about that. I was reading the manual, and you know, like I do with every bike that I get, apparently if you buy the Pan America with a chain, which they only come with a chain, you need to clean it and grease it or oil it every 600 miles. So I didn't bring the kit that I bought. I found a really nice kit on Amazon. Comes with a cleaner for the chain. It comes with a brush. You put it up on the center stand. You start to spray it with a cleaner, and you're able to get all the gunk off of it, dirt, whatever might have accumulated on the chain. And then they gave you the oil. It's a special type of oil that doesn't allow a lot of dirt to build up on it, like if you use just regular type of lube. So it's specific for the chain for this bike. But it was, I think, like $40 I paid for it. I'll also put the link down below on that. But that's one thing I did notice, that the bike did need to be lubed every 600 miles. So more or less, I'm just looking at the odometer. Now, I'm sure you could probably go a little further, but I mean, I don't know. I've never really owned a bike with a chain. I mean, many years ago, I had a Ninja, and that used to have a chain. But I didn't want to, you know, being out in the middle of nowhere, going up on mountains, might as well take care of it. So that right there is pretty much everything that I've done to the bike, everything that I'm probably going to do to the bike, how I use it. I like the bags. They're very sturdy, heavy duty. These front lights, it came with these little auxiliary lights up front. It's got one on each end. I would like to change those out, probably to Baja designs. The only thing is, from what I'm reading online, when you swap these out to some a little bit more brighter, it starts making the bike throw a code. So I don't know if I want to do that. These work great, but they don't illuminate the way I would like to, for them to cover as far as the road. Mostly when you're riding down, like, check out these roads that I'm on. See these back roads? They're like nowhere. Bob's Road is like somewhere down the road over there. But yeah, other than that, that's probably it. Like the windshield, happy with the windshield. My advice, if you buy one, they put this stuff together in the dealer. When I got back to Texas, I had one bolt missing. One bolt. Now here's my wool with my local Harley rep dealership. I took it in. The bike was due for its service. I pointed out it's missing a bolt. The guy said, okay. I said, is that covered under warranty? The guy said, let me look into it. It should. And then he comes back and he says, no, it's not covered under warranty. And I'm like, come on, man. I got like a CVO package when they sold me the bike. And, I don't know what else it comes with. Rim coverage and all kinds of stuff, right? But the thing is that the guy would refuse to put it on there. He actually sold me the bolt. He didn't charge me to put it on since I was already there. But he did charge me, I think it was $32 for one bolt. Now, I probably could have ordered it somewhere else or gone to go look for it. But just keep that in mind. If you get one, you buy one, check all your bolts. Mostly after, because like I bought mine and then rode it almost 1,700 miles. I did stop in Houston to get an oil change. But the guy pretty much told me this: if you would have bought it with our dealer, we probably would have covered it because we would have assembled it. But the fact that you bought it in Florida, that was kind of like their responsibility. So I wasn't going to get into it. I paid the $30. We were good. But yeah, really like the bike, really enjoy it. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I like it better in my road glide. I love the suspension. I love how plush it feels when you're riding. I love how nimble the bike feels. I like the fact that I could put it in sports mode and this thing is like a rocket ship. It takes off. Now, you have to get above the 4,000 RPM to really feel that pull on it. But it is a great bike. I mean, I haven't had any issues on it, like I said. When I picked it up, it did have like some codes on the screen, but it ended up getting that cleared once I hit the first dealership. But yeah, I mean, the bike is solid and I really enjoy just pretty much everything around it. The bars, they sit perfect right there, with a taller riser. They were not difficult to install. It took me about an hour in the garage, some basic hand tools, but yeah, as I do more upgrades and I continue to take more road trips, thinking about going to Arizona on it probably next month, and then probably end up in the West Coast from there. I'll keep posting videos, but hey, thank you so much for sticking around. I do apologize. I know I don't post enough. It's just work, man, family, and I mean, you figure the older you get, like things would just like level out, but it seems like sometimes all these storms show up at once. And let me tell you, it's been a year full of storms for me. So as much as I want to make content and as much as I enjoy it, sometimes these things pop up, and I do grab the camera every once in a while and I start it, but then something happens and I put it down. I never finish the video. But today I told myself we are going to finish this video. But thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.